Unlock the secrets of attraction with Stoic wisdom. In this video, we delve into the art of making them miss you using 11 powerful strategies that are must-know for anyone looking to create lasting desire. Imagine knowing how to make them miss you so deeply that they can't help but think about you. By embracing Stoic principles, we guide you on how to make someone miss you badly and crave your presence. Discover how to create a magnetic allure that leaves a lasting impression. Ready to learn how to make her miss you badly or how to make them miss you badly? Keep watching to explore these transformative tips. In the vast tapestry of human connection, there is nothing quite as bittersweet as the ache of missing someone, especially when that ache is the key to reigniting a love once thought lost. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, said Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers. This rings especially true when it comes to getting someone to miss you. It taps into the core of our connection with others, signaling that we were significant in their lives, that our presence mattered. But here's the twist. The key to making them miss you isn't found in chasing them or desperately trying to stay in their orbit. The secret lies in what the Stoics called apatheia, a kind of emotional tranquility. It's not about forcing an outcome, but about becoming a version of yourself that radiates such strength, confidence, and self-love that they can't help but feel your absence like a void in their lives. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In this case, it's about shifting your thoughts away from obsession and anxiety toward a calm assurance that your worth is undeniable. You don't need to be frantic or desperate for someone to miss you. Instead, you need to cultivate a version of yourself that inspires admiration and respect, not through what you say or do, but through your state of being. The power of stillness is often underestimated in our fast-paced, action-driven society. But as Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely noted, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. So what if the best strategy for getting them to miss you isn't to send one more text, make one more phone call, or show up one more time, but to step back and tap into the power of your inner world? When you stop chasing and start focusing on your own growth, inner peace, and personal evolution, you create an invisible pull, a gravitational pull that draws them in precisely because you're no longer trying to force anything to happen. You become, in essence, like a magnet. But it's not just any kind of magnet, it's one forged by self-discipline and self-love. Seneca, another great Stoic, reminds us, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Apply this to your situation. When you crave their attention too much, you give away your power. However, when you redirect that craving into becoming the best version of yourself, you elevate not just your own life, but also your appeal in their eyes. Imagine the version of you that embraces stillness instead of action, that focuses on internal peace instead of external control. This doesn't mean you should become indifferent or cold, quite the opposite. It's about finding a place within where you're at peace with yourself, regardless of whether they're in your life or not. And paradoxically, it's often in this place of peace that you become most irresistible. This idea is deeply tied to the Stoic principle of amor fati, or love of fate. Embrace the situation as it is, rather than trying to bend it to your will. Trust that by becoming the highest version of yourself, you will naturally draw the right people into your life, and that includes the person you want to miss you. As Epictetus said, "Don't seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy." So the secret isn't in the grand gestures or dramatic confrontations. It's in the quiet power of self-possession. When you shift your energy toward your growth, your passions, and your peace of mind, something remarkable happens. You stop needing them to miss you, and that's precisely when they will. The absence of your pursuit creates space for them to feel the depth of your impact on their life. In that space, they'll begin to remember the unique energy you brought into their world, the kind of energy that is not easily replaced. This journey isn't just about making them miss you. It's about becoming a person so whole, so magnetic, that the world can't help but notice. As the American poet Maya Angelou beautifully said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." When you stand firmly in your self-worth, when you elevate your life with grace and strength, they will feel that absence deeply, and they will miss you badly. The real art lies in adopting these principles with a genuine heart. By stepping into the best version of yourself and letting go of the frantic chase, you create a quiet confidence that draws others toward you naturally. It's not about playing games or using tricks. It's about living in such a way that you become unforgettable. How to make them miss you. Start with Stoic Goddess to conquer your passion. Like and subscribe to make it stronger. Number 1. The power of no action. In a society that glorifies the hustle, constantly chasing love, attention, and success, there's immense power in mastering the art of stillness. We're conditioned to believe that action is the only way to achieve what we desire, but sometimes doing nothing at all is the most powerful move you can make. When you find yourself obsessively calling, texting, or checking their social media, you're sending a loud message to the universe. I don't have them. This frantic energy only widens the gap between where you are and where you want to be. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. So, the first step to making them miss you isn't in the chase, it's in stepping into stillness. Stop the texts, end the calls, and resist the urge to lurk on their social media. Embrace the quiet, the space, and the stillness. This isn't about playing games. It's about reclaiming your power. In this silence, you send a powerful message, not just to them, but to yourself. You are whole and complete, with or without their presence. The paradox of desire lies in the art of letting go. When you stop chasing, the energy shifts. Suddenly, the void created by your absence becomes palpable. As Epictetus taught, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When you release the need to constantly pursue, you create space for them to realize what they're missing. They'll begin to feel the absence of your light, your laughter, and the conversations that once filled their days. In stepping back, you allow them to remember the joy you brought into their world. They'll start to crave the energy you brought, the presence that now lingers in the spaces you once occupied. This is not about manipulation. It's about recognizing your worth and understanding that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. As Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely put it, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. In stillness, you reconnect with your inner strength and self-worth. You stop seeking validation outside of yourself and start honoring the value you bring to any relationship. Remember, the goal isn't to make them miss you. It's to reclaim your sense of self, to find peace in your own presence. When you do this, you create a magnetic energy that naturally draws others toward you, not because you need them, but because they can feel the wholeness and confidence radiating from within you. Embrace the power of no action. Let the stillness be your strength, your declaration of independence, and watch how the world around you begins to respond. You are enough, exactly as you are, and in that truth lies the real power. Number 2, the power of self-love. When you want someone to miss you deeply, the key isn't in chasing after their attention, but in reclaiming your own. As the philosopher Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This journey begins by focusing on the one person who truly matters: you. It's about redirecting the energy you've been pouring into someone else back to yourself. The moment you start to embrace and nurture your own worth, you begin to shine with a different light. This inner glow, rooted in self-love, is what makes you truly irresistible. Why does this work so well? It's simple. People are naturally drawn to those who understand their own value. When you shift your focus away from others and toward your personal growth and happiness, something incredible happens. They sense that change. You are no longer the person clinging to them for validation. Instead, you become someone who is whole, vibrant, and thriving on your own. As the iconic Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." By reclaiming your power, you transform into the best version of yourself, and that energy is magnetic. This self-sufficiency isn't about pushing others away. It's about creating a healthy space for growth, both for yourself and within your relationships. Picture this. When you are self-sufficient, you're not desperately seeking attention. You're living your life, fulfilling your own needs, and engaging in your passions. This independence doesn't just make you more attractive, it also sparks curiosity and admiration. Your partner begins to see you as more than just a companion. They see you as an individual who thrives on their own terms. And when you're not always available, they start to wonder what you're up to, missing the confident, self-reliant person you've become. Remember, as you cultivate your independence, you're not distancing yourself. You're pulling them into a deeper, more profound admiration for who you are. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By embracing your self-sufficiency, you not only ensure that they think of you often, but you also create a life where your happiness is in your own hands. So, take charge of your life, nurture your own growth, and let the world, including those you want to notice you, be drawn to the empowered, self-sufficient person you are. In doing so, you'll find that not only will they miss you more, but they'll also respect and admire you in ways they never did before. Number 3, rewriting your story. The stories we tell ourselves hold immense power, shaping the way we perceive the world and our place in it. If you're stuck in the belief that they'll never return, that they've moved on, or that they no longer care, you're binding yourself to a narrative that breeds pain and keeps you anchored in longing. But what if you could change that story? What if instead, you wrote a tale where your absence is felt deeply, where they begin to realize the profound loss of not having you in their life? Imagine replacing the thought, "they're never coming back," with "they miss me deeply." Instead of clinging to "they've moved on," what if you embraced, "they're starting to understand what they've lost"? This isn't about deluding yourself or ignoring reality. It's about choosing to step into a new mindset, one where you believe in the possibility of love returning. As Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You have the power to change your narrative, so why not choose one that empowers you? When you adopt this new perspective, something remarkable happens. You begin to embody a quiet, unshakable confidence. You'll walk with a different kind of grace, no longer driven by desperation, because you've rooted yourself in the belief that you are worth missing. This shift in your energy doesn't just affect you, it ripples outward, subtly influencing the way they perceive you. Just as the moon's gravitational pull governs the tides, your change in mindset can draw them back toward you. Embracing this new story isn't about forcing things to happen. It's about understanding that your thoughts create your reality. As Mahatma Gandhi said, "Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny." By choosing to believe in your worth and the possibility of their return, You align yourself with a future where that can become a reality. So why not write a story where you are the one who is missed, cherished, and desired? A story where your presence or absence leaves a lasting impact. By choosing this narrative, you not only free yourself from the chains of doubt and despair, but also set the stage for them to rediscover what they've lost. In this story, you are not the one who waits. You are the one who knows their value, stands tall, and lets that quiet confidence speak volumes. Number 4, strength resilience in adversity. The paradox of love is that it often flourishes in the spaces where we let go. To make someone miss you deeply, the answer isn't in clinging or constant contact, but in creating a space filled with your growth, healing, and self-love. As the great poet Rumi once said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." It is in these moments of absence and self-reflection that your true strength and worth shine brightest. When you step back and focus on becoming the best version of yourself, something remarkable happens. They start to feel the void of your presence, and in that absence, they begin to remember. They recall the laughter, the deep connection, and the unique qualities that make you irreplaceable. You see, the universe has a way of aligning things in your favor when you allow yourself to grow and evolve without forcing the outcome. But what truly makes you unforgettable? It's your resilience in the face of adversity. Resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about bouncing back stronger each time. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely noted, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Your ability to handle life's challenges with grace and strength makes you not just someone to be loved, but someone to be admired and missed. Imagine a scenario where you encounter a tough situation. Perhaps you lose a job, but instead of crumbling, you quickly adapt, apply for new opportunities, and maintain a positive outlook. Or maybe you face a family crisis, yet you manage to support everyone around you while keeping your own emotions in check. These moments of resilience define your character and leave a lasting impression on those who witness it, especially your partner. When they see you thriving through hardships, not merely coping but growing, it earns you respect and deepens their emotional connection to you. They miss your strength, the comfort you provide, and the secure feeling of being around someone who won't crumble under pressure. Your resilience becomes a magnet, drawing them closer even when you're apart. Resilience isn't just about handling big challenges, it's also about maintaining a positive attitude in everyday life. It's easy to be optimistic when things are smooth, but true resilience shines when you find the silver lining in dark clouds. This positive outlook is contagious, uplifting those around you and making your presence a source of hope and stability. When you're not around, they don't just miss your physical presence, they miss the positivity and inspiration you bring into their life. So embrace challenges as opportunities to showcase your strength and stability. Demonstrate that no matter what comes your way, you remain steadfast and reliable. By doing so, you'll stay on their mind, not just as someone they love, but as someone who brings resilience and strength into their life. Your ability to rise above adversity and lead by example makes every reunion sweeter, deepening their appreciation for you. In the end, your resilience becomes the cornerstone of your relationship, a quality that makes you irreplaceable and deeply missed when you're not there. As you embrace this paradox, you'll find that the very act of stepping back and focusing on yourself becomes the force that pulls them back toward you, stronger and more connected than ever before. Number 5, the power of non-presence. It might seem counterintuitive, but embracing the times when you're apart can actually bring you closer together. How? By accepting absence, you allow space for longing, anticipation, and a deeper appreciation of your connection. As the saying goes, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and this truth is rooted in the idea that love thrives on balance between togetherness and solitude. Epictetus wisely said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." Free yourself from the need to cling and watch how this freedom enhances your relationship. Instead of filling every moment with messages when you're apart, allow some breathing room. Let the silence spark curiosity and a bit of mystery. When you do this, you become more than just a routine part of their day. You become the highlight they look forward to. This principle encourages you to embrace the ebb and flow of togetherness and solitude. By finding joy in your own company, you become more attractive and intriguing when you're together again. After a period of absence, the connection feels renewed, stronger, and more vibrant. As the famous quote goes, "Absence sharpens love, presence strengthens it." So, embrace those moments apart. Let them create a space for growth and anticipation. Allow them to miss you just enough so that when you reunite, the joy and appreciation for each other are undeniable, making every moment together even more precious. Number 6, mastering emotions is the key to power. You might be thinking, "Control my emotions, I just want them to miss me." But here's the secret. Mastering your emotions is like holding the reins of a powerful horse. It directs the energy of your relationships exactly where you want it to go. Picture this. Every time you interact with someone, you're calm, composed, and in control, even when the conversation gets heated or takes an unexpected turn. This kind of emotional control doesn't just impress, it intrigues. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength becomes your secret weapon. When you demonstrate such emotional resilience, it leaves a lasting impression. By managing your reactions, you create an aura of mystery and depth. Suddenly, your partner or the person of interest starts to wonder, what's going on in their mind? They're accustomed to seeing your emotions drive your behavior, but now you're serene, unshaken, and this composure makes them curious about your inner world, drawing them closer and keeping them guessing. But understand this, controlling your emotions doesn't mean you become emotionless. It's about responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This subtle shift makes your expressions of emotion more deliberate, genuine, and far more impactful. When you do show your feelings, they carry weight, making the moments you share more meaningful. And guess what happens then? They start to miss the warmth of your deliberate affection when you're not around. Remember, as Oprah Winfrey wisely said, "You are responsible for your life. You can't keep blaming somebody else for your dysfunction." Life is really about moving on. Stay cool, stay thoughtful, and watch as they begin to wander back to you. Keep your emotional cards close to your chest. Maybe leave them with something to think about, a hint that whispers, "Will you be thinking of me tomorrow?" After all, as Steve Jobs famously said, stay hungry, stay foolish. A touch of mystery goes a long way in the game of love. So, what's the takeaway? Emotional control is your silent superpower. It's not about suppressing your feelings. It's about mastering them. It's about understanding that true strength lies not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. When you do this, you not only become a person of intrigue, but you also create a space where others feel drawn to you, wanting more of what you have, your calm, your strength, your mystery. And in the end, they'll miss you not because you've demanded it, but because you've earned it. Number 7, the power of purposeful communication. Ever wonder how a few well-chosen words can make someone crave your presence even more? Here's your secret weapon, intentional communication. It's all about choosing your words with care, ensuring they're thoughtful, purposeful, and add real value to the conversation. When you speak with intention and depth, you profoundly impact how you're perceived and remembered. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely put it, "Speak so that you may speak again." The essence here is simple. Leave them wanting more of your insights, your humor, and your uniquely thoughtful way of expressing yourself. Every time you engage in conversation, you do so with the intent to connect, to understand, and to enrich the interaction. You're not just filling the air with idle chatter, you're crafting messages that resonate on a deeper level. This approach doesn't just make your conversations memorable, it makes them meaningful. And when you're not around, your words linger in their mind, your voice echoes in their thoughts, pulling them closer, even in your absence. Using intentional communication creates layers of curiosity and interest. Your partner, or anyone you interact with, finds themselves reflecting on what you've said, pondering your words, and yes, missing the depth and engagement of your discussions. They begin to appreciate not just the conversation itself, but the person behind the words, the communicator, you. As Steve Jobs once said, the most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come. In your case, every conversation is an opportunity to tell your story, to share your vision, and to leave a lasting impact. So harness the power of intentional communication. Make your words count and watch as they weave the magic that keeps you on their mind. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but how you say it that leaves a lasting impression. Keep your communication deliberate, insightful, and always with a sprinkle of charm. And let's not forget, as Warren Buffett once advised, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Your words are powerful. Use them wisely and they'll serve you well. The next time you find yourself in a conversation, take a moment to consider your words. Speak with purpose and let each sentence carry weight. This isn't about manipulation, it's about making sure that when you speak, you're heard. It's about ensuring your voice leaves an echo in their mind, one that draws them back to you even when you're not around. In the grand scheme of relationships, communication is more than just an exchange of words. It's an art form. It's the way you connect, the way you build bridges, and the way you leave your mark. So go ahead, speak intentionally, speak with purpose, and watch how it transforms your relationships. As Maya Angelou famously said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Let your words be the ones they never forget. Number 8, the power of the art of communication. Consistency in communication is a powerful tool in any relationship. It's not about overwhelming someone with constant messages, but about establishing a steady and thoughtful pattern that they can count on. When you create a reliable rhythm in your interactions, whether it's a morning text, a midday check-in, or a nightly recap, you build a routine that becomes a cherished part of their day. As Seneca wisely noted, regularity is a sign of wisdom. This regularity in communication signals that you're dependable and invested in the relationship. It reassures them that no matter how busy life gets, you're there, keeping the connection alive. Consistency becomes a comforting and stabilizing force amidst the unpredictability of daily life. Even when things get busy, you maintain your communication habits. This steady flow becomes something they rely on, a small but significant part of their routine. When you suddenly skip a message, your absence is immediately noticeable. The gap left behind makes them realize how much they miss your presence, even in those small, everyday exchanges. By being consistent, you weave yourself into the fabric of their daily life. Your communication becomes a source of warmth and security, something they look forward to. When you're not there, they feel the absence, and it creates a space they're eager to fill with your presence again. As Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become. By maintaining a consistent communication pattern, you ensure that you're a constant positive presence in their thoughts. You're not just an occasional memory, you're a reliable and essential part of their life, even from afar. So let consistency be your hallmark in communication. Stick to it, and watch as they begin to miss you in the little silences that your absence creates. Remember, you're aiming to be consistently on their mind tomorrow, not just occasionally remembered. By being a stable and thoughtful presence, you become someone they can't help but think about even when you're not there. Number 9, the magnetic power of passion and direction. How does living a life filled with purpose make someone miss you even more? It's about being driven, passionate, and fully engaged in meaningful activities. When you live purposefully, you're not just sitting around waiting for someone else to fill your time. Instead, you're out there making the most of every moment, chasing your dreams and goals. This makes you more attractive and intriguing, as it shows that you have a depth that goes beyond just the relationship. You're someone who's actively contributing to the world, and that makes you not only interesting but also deeply admirable. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Our plans miscarry because they have no aim." When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind. By having clear goals, you're not only more directed but also more dynamic and compelling. Picture this. You're sharing stories about your latest project, your volunteer work, or a creative pursuit during a conversation. Your partner sees how your face lights up when you talk about these passions. This kind of enthusiasm is contagious and leaves a lasting impression. When you're apart, they find themselves missing the energy and inspiration you bring. They start to anticipate the exciting updates you'll share next and feel the void when those conversations are on pause. Living a purposeful life also means you're always growing, always evolving. This makes every interaction with you fresh and fulfilling. When you're not around, your significant other misses being part of that vibrant journey. They miss the spark, the drive, and the sense of forward momentum that you carry with you. It's not just about missing your presence. It's about missing the way you make them feel more alive, more engaged with the world. Purposeful living isn't just about being busy. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. It's about knowing what you want out of life and pursuing it with everything you've got. As Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely said, "The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well." When you embody this mindset, you become a person of substance, someone who inspires others just by being yourself. So embrace your pursuits and let your purposeful living shine like a beacon. Show them that you're someone who loves life and is committed to making a difference in the world. And as you live with purpose, you'll find yourself on their mind, not just because they love you, but because they admire and aspire to your zest for life. As the great philosopher Aristotle once said, "Where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation." By living with purpose, you're not only fulfilling your potential, but you're also creating a powerful and lasting impression on those around you. Number 10, power of mindfulness. Mindfulness in your interactions can significantly enhance the impact you have on others, making your absence felt even more when you're not around. It's about making every moment count so vividly that the time spent together lingers long after you're gone. Being mindful means engaging fully whenever you're together, listening intently, responding thoughtfully, and focusing all your attention on the present moment. This transforms ordinary interactions into deeply meaningful experiences. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Do every act of your life as if it were your last." Applying this wisdom to your interactions means treating every conversation and shared moment as if it could be the most significant one. Imagine this. Each time you're together, You bring an intensity of presence that makes every laugh richer, every glance more meaningful. You're not just passing time together, you're making that time special. This level of engagement leaves a lasting impression. When you're mindful, you create emotional depth that makes your presence enriching and your absence profoundly felt. When you're not around, they start to miss the quality of attention and care you bring. They miss being truly seen and heard in ways only you have made them feel. By practicing mindfulness in your interactions, you ensure that every moment together is memorable. As Seneca once suggested, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. When you dive deep into each moment you share, you're not just making memories, you're leaving traces of your spirit with them. This mindfulness becomes your secret ingredient in making sure you're always on their mind, not just today, but tomorrow too. This isn't just about being unforgettable. It's about making every interaction count double. When you're fully present, you make them miss you in ways that are more profound and lasting. Remember, it's not about the quantity of time you spend together, but the quality of those moments. When you make each interaction meaningful, you're ensuring that your presence is always felt, even in your absence. Number 11. The power of expressing your personality. Consistency in character is a powerful trait that makes you unforgettable and deeply missed when you're not around. It's about being a dependable and predictable force in someone's life, while still keeping enough mystery to remain intriguing. As Epictetus wisely said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This steadfast approach ensures your partner knows exactly who you are and what to expect from you, which is comforting and deeply reassuring. You are someone who always holds true to your values, keeps your commitments, and treats your partners with respect and kindness. This doesn't just make you good partner material. It makes you someone they can rely on and deeply value. However, consistency doesn't mean you become predictable in every way. It's important to sprinkle in little surprises and spontaneous moments to keep the relationship vibrant and exciting. Perhaps it's a surprise date night, an unexpected gift, or just a quirky message to brighten their day. These moments of unpredictability, combined with your solid character, make you both dependable and exciting. Think about it. Being consistent in your core values and behaviors creates a stable foundation. Your partner knows that in times of uncertainty, they can count on you to be the same supportive, loving person they've always known. This kind of reliability is rare and immensely valuable. As Helen Keller once said, "Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved." When you're not around, they miss that rock-solid presence in their life. By maintaining this balance of consistency and spontaneity, you ensure that your partner looks forward to both the stability you provide and the delightful surprises you bring. They miss not just the consistency, but also the little moments of joy and excitement that you inject into their lives. So make consistency in character your foundation, while occasionally throwing in a curveball of spontaneity to keep things lively. This balance will ensure that you are not only missed for being a rock in their lives, but also anticipated for the moments of joy and surprise you bring. As Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. By embodying these principles, you become someone worth missing, today, tomorrow, and every day thereafter. To conclude, applying these 11 strategies can make anyone miss you deeply by embracing a balanced mix of self-assuredness and genuine connection. Remember, the essence of Stoic principles is to maintain your inner peace while valuing meaningful relationships. Letting go of neediness and focusing on self-growth are powerful ways to make them miss you and appreciate your presence more. By being your authentic self and showing emotional resilience, you'll create a lasting impact that naturally draws others towards you. So take these steps to understand how to make them miss you, how to make them miss you badly, how to make her miss you badly, how to make someone miss you badly, and learn Stoic principles on how to make them miss you badly. Support by liking the video, subscribing to the Stoic Goddess channel, sharing your thoughts in the comments, and hitting the notification bell to see more amazing videos. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.